everybody, I'm Terry. I'm a gardener in zone 7B in the United States in the South, and today I'm going to repot my Texas sage that I bought, I would say a couple months ago, but I didn't know where to put it or plant it, whatnot, and I want to make sure that I got as much information as I could before I decided what I wanted to do. Today is a little windy, so you might not be able to hear me as well. If not, I'll do a voice over. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and pot it up. So this Texas sage is not an edible kind, it's ornamental only, and it from what I researched, it tends to be very aggressive and can be invasive. So because of that, I'm going to plant it in a pot and put it in a specific area so I can control it as much as I can. And I like to also see what it will do in a pot before deciding what I would do. I might even put a what do you call those? The water drainage tray under it too, just to contain the root and see what happens. Anyway, let's see what else I wanted to tell you. So I bought this at a private nursery, a local nursery, not one of those box stores. And this is the tag for it. I don't know if you can see that. So it takes full sun, which is anything that's 6 or more hours of direct sunlight, or part sun, which is anything that's where you get 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. So you want to water thoroughly and discard the excess water is what it says. Do not allow to dry out completely. Fertilize moderately, but I have seen websites or other resources which said, you don't need to fertilize it. It specifically said it's for decoration only, do not consume. So this is ornamental, do not eat this. What else? So I'm just gonna go ahead and pot it. I was thinking of using either this pot or one that's bigger, but because I don't really care for it to grow so much, because I want to really see what it can do, I'm just going to put it in a slightly bigger pot than what it comes in right now. This is what I normally use, Miracle-Gro potting mix, and with anything that requires good drainage, I usually use soil conditioner. Depending on where you live, you might not have this soil conditioner, but what it is just almost like finely grated mulch, so to speak. But this is pine bark, so it's very, I don't know if you can see it. So it's a nice, finely grounded bark, and I believe it's a little bit more acidic. Like when you buy, I wouldn't want to say, don't quote me on this, but it's kind of like the triple shredded mulch. I guess it's very fine. But check your local nursery to see if they have something that comparable to soil conditioner. I don't want you to get too caught up with how to do things, but I just do a good mix of it. And I mean, if you get it a little bit wrong, it's not going to be a big deal. But Okay, so I'm gonna put some in here, like so. I think that's pretty good because it's almost the same height. And I'm just gonna mix some of this in. You know, when I first started gardening, I didn't know what they meant by well-drained soil. So I had to learn a lot of things, even how to, you know, organize your hose after you're done watering. I didn't know there was a right way to do it. So trust me, I had to learn how to do that too. So what you want to do is just mix it pretty good, like that. Oh, sorry, back to what I was saying. Well-drained soil just means when you're watering it, the water has a way to drain, I guess, to a different location instead of staying stagnant in your pot. So that's all it means. So if they're talking about well-drained, that means when water goes in, it has a way to go out. So that way your plant is not drowning in water. All right. I think that's good. I'll capture the camera, but that's basically what it looks like. So, I know today is not a good hair day to have your hair down, but you know, I got to a point where I was like, I'm wearing it up all the time, or in a pony or in a braid all the time. I'm not even enjoying my own hair. So I just thought, you know, a few days ago, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put my hair down. So what if I get some damage? I'm at a point now where I don't think I want to grow it any longer, so I'll be getting regular trims, kind of like every 3 months or so, every trimester, so to speak. So anyway, so let's see. You can tap it like this. Now I'm making a mess here. Okay, it's not root bound at all. You can see that. See that? It's not root bound. So in we go. Oh, you can see it's a little high than I wanted. So it's gonna go back. And I have some extra soil in here, so I'm just gonna, there. I think that's good. It's gonna go down some. If I wanted to, let's just do this. I'm just gonna put it back here. That's just my good soil. So I really have nothing in here. I know I'm supposed to tell you I know what I'm doing here, but okay, so it fits really well here. I just didn't want it to be too full in case I wanted to put some decorative rocks over it, or do some mulching later. So what I'm gonna do is just bring this over and just backfill it. And if you would like to follow my journey, you can come back I don't know, later on in the season to see what it looks like. In a few months. Trying to think if I have something else that I want to talk to you about this. So it's not doing so good. It's because I've been neglecting it. I know that it can fend for itself just because it tends to be aggressive. So I figure, you know, let's see what it can do. It's just me ignore it. By ignoring, I'm just saying that all I've been doing is watering, and it seems to dry out pretty quickly, which that was interesting. I don't know because it's the pot that it came in, but it is plastic, so I'm not sure. Not sure. So there we go. And all you have to do is water it in pretty good. Now, I don't have any mulch with me to kind of top dress it to make sure that it doesn't dry out very quickly. But since I don't have that, I'm just going to use my soil conditioner here and just top dress it like that. It's not the best thing to use because when you water it, it'll move around. But I want to make my life simple and easy. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that I didn't want to buy any new containers. Actually, this year I want to use as many of the containers that I have as much as possible, so that way I can save on cost too. And I just have so many pots like this, so I'm gonna try to do something with those pots so I will end up utilizing them. So anyway, I mean, I could have had buy a prettier pots and spend, I don't know, like $30-$40, but you know, I already have this, so I'm just gonna use it. This plant is not fussy, and I'm pretty basic and simple when it comes to gardening, so this is pretty enough for me. I want the plants to speak for itself, I guess. So anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and water it in. So I don't know if you can see it, is what it looks like. Just go ahead and water it. And then the other thing is, I wasn't planning on making a video of planting or potting this up, but I tried to look online to see if anybody had experience growing Texas sage, but the ones I've seen were not in a standard form like this, and they all seem to say that it could get wild. So I'm pretty sure this can get wild too. So now maybe this is to be a good resource for somebody who's going to be researching for a Texas sage tree form or standard form. So that's pretty good. You see how it's already, you know. So I might, I'll have to use actual mulch to help retain the moisture. And that's it. I hope you found this video helpful. And I'm going to show you where I'm going to put it. to put something around the water bath so that way let me come closer. Okay, so I got closer and all you saw was my mouth. So anyway, what I was trying to say was that I like it right there because it'll serve kind of like a privacy screen for the birds. And for some reason, from what I noticed, they tend to use the water bath more or the bird bath more when there's some kind of safety mechanism or a safety net, so to speak. And I repurposed the Japanese branches that I pruned earlier in the season and decided to put them there. And the birds actually would perch on those branches a lot, which is really nice. I thought by putting that Texas sage here, that would be helpful for the birds. And I might move it a little bit if it's from a different angle. Turns out that I wouldn't like it, but for now I think it's a good spot. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye for now.